Well, I've just spawned in my beach craft and, well, yeah, United Airlines 747 has just pushed its way onto the runway. Hey guys, and welcome to the X-Plane 11 beta demo, you name it. So basically yesterday the X-Plane 11 demo came out, so I'll give it a go, see what happens, and this could be really interesting because I'm someone who's been exclusively using FSX for the last, I don't know, 12 years now. So this is my first time properly playing an X-Plane game. This could be really interesting. So let's set everything up and let's go into what I think will be like a tutorial training mission or something. Oh, finish that. And here we go. I do have to say, these graphics don't look too bad at the moment. This is all default, this is all like you get a little bit loud and just apologies if I don't hear very much, I've been purely FSX, FS 2004 for the last 12 years. Here we go, quick jump to show how around. Alright, so it says let's bring enter or continue. How's control plane? Move the joystick left to right direction. Okay. Wait, what? It's got my axis wrong. Right, so going up turns left, going down turns right. Okay. Control pitch, right, towards you. No, going left goes down, going... Right, this will be interesting. So my axis of my controller is now wrong, because it's set up wrong. Okay, yeah, you fly the plane, and good luck. Right, F2 is throttle, F1 decrease splits. Yeah, that's simple as... There you go. That's gone up. And car goes down to the idle. Changed. Much. Yeah, not similar to X, but it's going to be a flight simulator, fair enough. Control's going to be similar, but I wish you got everything control right. Program will shift forward slightly. It's going to be hard. You can turn the control like sideways. No, that's inverted. Oh well, better nothing. Okay, so bring main menu, press escape, and we'll move down to the screen. Okay, positive keys, that's the same. Otherwise, it would be similar to the alt menu on FSX. Fine, need help pushing the wire on the right side. There we go, that one. Don't need to get started. Right, go to main menu, give me a few moments, I'm going to mess around with the settings, get everything fixed up, and then we'll just do some normal flying in Seattle, because that's the only place that's involved in demo. So give me about a moment, I'll just jump cut to it, and hopefully that'll be fine. Right, first of all, apologies for the first part of the video, you basically could not hear a single word I was saying, so I've now adjusted the graphics a little bit, adjusted the settings, my controls are now correct. Thank goodness for that. And I've also adjusted them to match my former FSX needs and so forth. So, yeah, let's get into the simulator, I guess. So, first of all, the graphics, they're amazing. I can't deny that. X-Plane have always been good for graphics default. And this one, X-Plane 11 does really impress, I have to say. Runs smoothly. It's not too hard on the graphics card, which I know FSX definitely is, running on a single core unless you edit your configs. And yeah, runways aren't flat. It's based off the normal grounds data, and because basically with FSX and FS 2004, sorry FS 2002 when they started working on that engine, basically PC hardware at the time couldn't run non-flat runways, and the AI don't like it as well. So that's why you have to have flat runways in FSX. But otherwise, yeah, let's get straight into the flights, I guess. Let's go into the virtual cockpit. Zoom out a bit, so at least move my position. And looking around, I have to say, it's alright. It's not perfect, but the virtual cockpit in this aeroplane does look good. It is slightly better than the default 737 FSX, but it's a 737, controls in the same place, so yeah, I guess we should get ourselves ready for takeoff. Set up the autopilots. One thing I don't like is like the speed of this one. It's a very slow system. Actually, let me turn on autopilot whilst I'm at it. Nope. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does work. I don't get this sometimes. Alright, so I cannot set autopilot, I don't think. Nope, I think autopilot does not work. It's a bit of a strange one. Right, we'll take off, see what happens. They do flaps actually. There's no set position, it's just like, yeah. It's not perfect, but bear in mind it's beta. It's still going to have a few upgrades until the end. So, flaps are down. Let's raise the throttle. Hang on. Oh right, okay, so it's my controls. So yeah, if I just press F2 and turn off the parking brake. Whoa. Okay, plane likes drifting to the left. That's one thing I can tell already. Both engines have got... yeah, both engines got the same amount of power, but aircraft likes drifting to the left. Same issue for FSX as well. But let's get ourselves up to speed. Okay, looks like we're maybe already going up. Non-flat runway is definitely different. Right, whoa, whoa! Okay, well we're up. We're not perfect, but that was an eventful takeoff. Right, gear up. I cannot set autopilot to save my life. I'm definitely doing it right, look. I just... weird system. Right, flight director. Maybe if I turn that on. There we go. Right, right, autopilot. Straight up to about 10,000 feet. That was definitely a more eventful takeoff than I would have normally appreciated. Whoa, let's go up to about 1,800 a minute. That's the default for FSX when you press it. Vertical. Nope. Where am I going? And I've only got autopilot on while I have this much control over my aircraft. It shouldn't. Alright, let's go to 1,800 again. Let's go back to 10,000 feet. I'm not... no, we are not climbing. This is different, let me tell you. Flight dynamics are a bit poo, I guess, on like larger aircraft, but X-Plane does prefer the smaller aircraft when it comes to their flight dynamics. Let's go up to 10,000 feet, at least attempts to. There we go. I think. Nope, it's all... well, we're apparently climbing. There we go. I mean, I still got all control... whoa! Yeah, heading select. Let's just go to like 100. What am I currently at? 10... okay, so go to about 50. 050. And speed... let's go to about 250. So if I go up to that... should have done this on the ground, but... oh well. Right. Auto throttle arms, speed set. Nope. I'm going to go back down again. I'm not sure if this is how the aircraft works in real life, but... it's definitely different to what I'm used to, right. So the airplane's now heading at 050, but I've still got left and right control, up and down control. Shouldn't have that in reality if the autopilot's set. Let's try and finish that off to 10,000 again. It's the first time flying, I guess. X-Plane. I mean, do I make the change to X-Plane or do I stick with FSX? I mean, bear in mind I've got my flightsim.com like system stuff all sorted out onto FSX add-ons. I've got all my add-ons like 10 years into FSX. Making a change would definitely hurt my library a bit, but you never know. Depends what you guys want. And well, yeah, let's go back to outside view and let's look around. I mean, the exterior like graphics and that kind of stuff, that is amazing. You can't fault X-Plane for anything from this kind of system. Whoops, hand on my flaps. I go back to inside view. This mouse is... if you can't tell, I not used to explain in any way, shape or form. Right, back to exterior. Nope, there we go. Yeah, exterior graphics, they're amazing, I can't deny that. The game looks great. The lighting, the shading, all that kind of stuff looks great. The mouse is annoying. Right, let's have a look at some of the other systems we've got. So we've got main menu, save flight, load flight, screenshots, video recording, and that's something built into X-Plane. Logbooks, checklists, and so forth. Edit flights, weights, AI controls your aircraft, controls your views. Got a replay mode as well, that's FSX or something, but more basic. We've got view modes, different looks. Cinema Verte, that's, I do like that one, I will say. It basically like has head movements and all that kind of stuff. Makes it slightly, it's kind of like a watered down version of Easy Dock. Then you got developer tools. You got different lights. You got sunglasses. You can put on night vision goggles. You can put on an aviation flashlights because apparently we need that. Yes, it's got a bit more customization to it. What's that? Right. Oh well. That's probably my altitude information warning, whatever it's meant to be. Right. What view is this? Ground view of whatever runway this is. 1A to some nearby airport. This is flyby view. The game sounds horrible, I will say. Sound is something X-Plane has not really worked on. FSX aren't great either, but it doesn't sound like a 737 at all. And clouds are a bit disappointing as well, but they are volumetrics. They may not look great, but they do work. What other views this got? Another airport view, behind the aircraft view, another, I think it's meant to be like 2D cockpit, or at least limited movement. Exterior, 3D cockpit. So yeah, getting a basic gist of this simulator, but it would take a long time for me to like migrate over to it. Right then, right, I'll pause this here. I'll spawn up different aircrafts, and I guess we'll have a bit of fun. Maybe go for a light aircraft or something, and then we'll end off that video on a 747. So yeah, let's go into our second aircraft. Well, I've just spawned in my Beechcraft, and well, yeah, United Airlines 747 has just pushed its way onto the runway. Well, it has stopped for me, or at least something's going on, but yeah, I'm in a Beechcraft, and that's just a massive 747 in front of me. So we'll wait for him to take off. Can we actually view him? No, fair enough. He's going to depart. Let's see if we've got, ooh, got an interior view at least into that plane. Not sure if I was meant to see that, but hang on. Nice. X-Plane logo. Wow, didn't spot that before. Well, accidental. Yeah, he's now speeding up, so he's going to disappear. There's passengers as well. At least I thought I saw a passenger in there. Oh well. Let's have a bit of wake turbulence takeoff. So up goes the throttle. Parking brake is, I think it's just the V key. Yes, it is. And yeah, drifting to the left. Whoa! No idea. Yeah, I'm not an X-Plane expert in any way, shape or form. And anyway, I'm on a budget anyway. I can even afford this if I wanted to. Right, well, we're up in the air now. Just gear up. Don't know how to trim. Don't know how to. Yeah, let's look around. So I'm not sure how to trim, but. Have a look. So yeah, we've got MD-80s in this game. I think I might even have a go at that. We've got MD-80s in the game, 747, Cirrus, we got a few fighter jets. I'll show you the list of aircraft actually. Quickly go to File, Main Menu, Flights Main Menu. If we go to Edit Flights, you got 737-800, 747-400, MD-82, Baron 58, Skyhawks, Cirrus Vision, King Air, R-21 glider, Sikorsky helicopter, Lockheed's SR-71 fighter jet, and the Cessna Skyhawk. So I guess the menu's also quite nice as well. We've got change location here, change the weather, change the time, customization, all our options here. Controller I've all sorted out. It's interesting. Right, let's go back to our current flights. And there we go. Have a look around. Train track? Yes, it is. Actually, we're in Seattle. We'll have a look at Boeing Field as well. That might actually be rendered in the map. We'll have a look at Boeing Field, King something Airfield. I should find the name for it. Let's go exterior view. There we go. Have a low flyby through the ground scenery. Seattle assumes all like place scenery very much in a demo, so Seattle probably looked the best. I'm not sure if it's also gen like rest of the world like FSX does it, or because using like map data from open map stuff. I'm not too much of an expert on this simulator, but it is nice, I will definitely say. Ground meshes all around the world. Roads slightly messy here and there, but they do look good. Houses look great. Just as a whole, you really can't find too many problems with this simulator. I mean, it's not perfect, it's far from perfect, but if you want something that runs well, feels nice on light aircraft, it explains what you want. If you want customization and all this like add-ons and kind of stuff, maybe look into FSX or Prepare 3D. And well, if you're on a tight budget, that's what I assume Dovetail's new flight simulator will be for. Tight budget, but still want realism out of it. Right, let's try and land at this airport. Gear out. It's not going to be a perfect landing, far from it, but yeah, because I'm not really used to flying at airports without the flat runway. I will say can I look up? I don't know. Am I too short for the seats? Alright, let's go to exterior view because I just cannot see anything out of that view. Okay, it's not too bad, a bit off center, but for a first landing on this simulator, idle throttle. Let's try and touch this down. Nice and heavy landing, but not too bad. A bit of drifting down the runway. And no, that's pause, stop camera. Nope. Whoa, something's on fire. Is that my brakes smoking out or my engines died? I think that's engines, or have I turned on smoke or something? Right, brakes are off. Right, I'm not too sure what I've done, but there's a nice amount of smoke now coming out of these engines. I think we'll just change the aircraft and ignore this ever happening. Right, let's try the helicopter. This is the Sikorsky. Never really flown helicopters before. I've got the Bohemia Interactive Helicopter Simulator, I what it's called. But I think it's, there you go, Take on Helicopter, what it's called. So yeah, let's go for a flight of this and see what happens. Sound may actually be a little bit loud on this one, let me lower that. So let's go to the main menu, edit flights, customization, sound. If I make everything quieter, hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better with that one. Done, resume. There we go, a lot quieter. Try and get off the ground. Nope, don't want to buy X-Plane. Unlock full version. Nope. Nope, how do I get out of this? I have X-Plane DVD. I don't have. I have digital downloads. Don't have. Alright, how do I get out of this menu? You know what, if I can't even get this helicopter off the ground. Oh no, there we go. What's going on? Nope. Yeah, let's just go back to an aeroplane. I have no clue what I'm doing with this one right now. Right, now in the Cirrus Vision, which I remember back from the X-Plane 9 mobile days. Like, it's a small private jet, so let's just go for a flight in this. Physics, it'll probably be the same as the other aircraft in this game, but who knows. It's very quiet, this one. It sounds like the same as 737 though. Whoa. Straight at it with the drifting. We're not gonna get any speed out of this one. Yeah, this plane's drift too much to the left, definitely. Come on. Alright, do you have enough speed to get off the ground eventually? 70 knots. Don't even know what the takeoff speed for this aircraft will be, but we'll assume it's around 120. There you go, 110 seems to have done it. Alright, so gear up. Where's the autopilot on this thing? No clue. Oh, whoa! Yeah. Not the biggest fan of X-Plane in the world. It's crashing. Oh, yep. Crashed. FSX does have a bit of like a crashing engine built into it, so actually if I... Yeah, take off this one again. That was a bit of a harder crash, but... Let's go for like a slightly lighter one maybe. I'll take out an engine or a wing or something. Just try and clip. And try not to drift this thing too much. Right, here we go. So yeah, 110 did it for me last time. I'm not doing too bad holding this one at the moment. Right, so up we go. Whoops, there we go. Let's try and clip a wing. Try and like kill an engine or something. Try and touch the ground. There we go. There you go. So yeah, I've now just clipped a wing. FSX would have just said crash, but with this one, it would have simulated the damage. Kind of. Depends on the aircraft and that kind of stuff. Whoops. What camera view am I looking at? There we go. Riding out and blacking out. Try and clip a tree. Or if I go... Nope, go through these ones. Yep, I'm no too... So I'm sure you can go through houses and stuff as well. Hang on, clip the ground, something. Oh, nope, crash again. Yeah. It's just... I'm probably not going to make the move to X-Plane. Not a massive fan of this one, to be honest. But I guess the demo's not too bad. Still shows all its detail and all its glory. Oh, wait, hang on. I think this is Boeing Field. Alright. Yeah. If that's the train line to the right, yeah, that's the motorway. This is Boeing Field. So if I look around... Yeah, it's on 747. And let's just end this video, but me personally, not a massive fan of the X-Plane. I'm sure you guys probably like it. Not the best at piloting on this one. The physics just doesn't feel right for me, but if we go to main menu, edit flights, set up the 747 at Boeing Field King Co International, that's it. Start new flights, start new, and there we go. Once this loads, show you guys the loading speed of the simulator. It should then drop me off at Boeing Field and 747. We'll take off from there, fly around in that, and then we'll end the episode. We'll just let this load eventually. Here we go. Let's have a look around the cockpit. Yeah, definitely at Boeing Fields. Some hangars over there. Cockpit's not too bad. It's not going to be like PMDG level kind of cockpit. That cockpit for FSX pretty amazing. The PMDG 747, which they're actually releasing a new one coming out in the next few months. The PMDG 747 V2 for FSX and P3D. That's something I'm going to keep an eye out for. But yeah, let's have a quick exterior. United Airlines, and it's I think United Airlines and X-Plane is basically just something that always happens together. We might be on that longer runway, to be honest, but if this is what we're going to take off from, runway 13 left. Nah, I'm definitely not going to take off in this length, but let's see if we can break all physics with this simulator's realism. Right, let's go. Go there. Let's move back on my seats a bit. And, well, I guess we'll go full throttle. We'll then release parking brakes when we're stabled. And go. Whoops. Go. Alright, the drift as well. This aeroplane definitely feels heavier than the others to drift. Alright, we're looking for a very high takeoff speed for this one. We're never going to reach it. You never know. We're already at 100 knots. I think we've done it. Yeah, we've just done it. I've taken off at Boeing Field's shortest runway in a 747. A lot of work needs to be put onto this game, but it's still in beta and you never know. But yeah, I've just done the impossible basically. Either this plane accelerates too fast or just physics doesn't exist in this planet, but yeah, I fly around in this for a bit and then when the episode hit. But very interesting take off that, and it's not too bad demo, I guess. X-Plane's, if you're the right user for it, then you'll enjoy X-Plane, but I think I'll be sticking to the Microsoft Flight Simulator engine for a while to come. You never know, I might change over to this, but really, just whatever suits me the best. Here we go. So I'm going through the volumetric clouds. So I've got Active Sky doing that in my simulator now. It sounds like 737 and a Cirrus. But other than that, I think I'll probably still play a demo around like my free time every once in a while, but as a whole, I'm not going to make the push for this one. Maybe X-Plane 12 in about 2 or 3 years time, but X-Plane 11's just not there for me yet. And with all my add-ons still on FSX and more to come in the future, then yeah, better sticking with FSX for this one. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little intro to X-Plane 11 beta demo. If you guys enjoy it, do leave a like, do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching.